anytime you're ready.
Okay, so Freddie Mercury
Yes.
is the iconic character. So how hard or easy to say yes to this project?
Very easy, because an opportunity like this only presents itself once, if ever, in your life, and I would be a fool not to take it. Then it was very hard. After that, of course you second guess yourself, but the only way out of that was to just jump in, flew to London, put myself up, and just get to work.
What was the most challenging aspect of transforming yourself to this character?
I think it was challenging because for one day we would have a very emotional scene talking about his sexuality and an aspect of the film, talking about, the loss of him with his family and friends. And then the next day you'd be doing a concert from the 70s that takes quite an immense amount of energy as well. So it's this roller coaster ride of emotion throughout that was kind of kept my nerves on the surface for most of filming.
The performance aspect, it was so energetic and so out there. How was it for you to bring your emotion to that level?
Well, you have to get yourself up there, but if you're playing Freddie Mercury, you just honestly think, what would he do? Mm-hmm. And what he always wanted to deliver was the best performance for everyone in the audience, as if they were watching it for the first time, mm-hmm. and as if you were doing it for the first time. So that's how I constantly reminded myself, is when you get out there on that stage in front of all those people that are watching you, you deliver every single time, no matter if it's take 1 or take 35.
Wow. So how much were you familiar with Queen and Freddie Mercury before working on this project?
I knew a good deal about Freddie Mercury and Queen, but not now what I know. I think I've seen every piece of archival material that existed. I'll even watch a concert, in Japan, where you see someone who just has their camcorder in the period, and I'll watch, some fuzzy footage just to maybe catch a glimpse of the man and the band that I hadn't seen before. So it was an enlightening experience. I almost appreciated the research as much as getting to work on set, because it was just so full of vibrant information.
Mm-hmm. What surprised you most about Freddie when you were researching?
I think the struggles were very surprising. Obviously, you can imagine every artist, every human being is going to have struggles, but I think we all always think that people in his situation have things figured out, and I never doubted that he would have his own personal issues, but the depth of his issues and his search for love was something that I was very surprised by, that it carried on for such a long part of his life.
And lastly, this film has a built-in audience. Fans of the Queen or fans of music would love to see this film. But if audience are not so interested in that, what kind of element do you think people can relate?
Oh, I think if anyone has struggle with their own identity or their sense of place in life, they may find some answers for themselves in this. Freddie was revolutionary in the way he never allowed himself to be marginalized or segregated by his sexuality or his love for certain audacious things in his life. He was a one-off, and I think what he says is that we're all allowed to be exactly who we want to be.
Well put, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.